at some point in your life, God will reveal His love to you. And when He does, you will never be the same again. It will change your life. But I promise you, in my journey, like most people's journey, just take that little illustration. Just take that example of the love of God. Most people will struggle if they truly begin to get revelation from God about how He is love and what that love looks like and what it means. You will struggle because it won't fit into your old view of what you used to believe God looked like. You know what I'm saying? Because we will use our past experiences. This is what the devil wants us to do. The devil wants to take our past experiences that were not of God, and he wants us to define God's love with those experiences. Did you follow that? He will bring God's character under judgment through our past experiences that we use to define God. And so we're faced with this revelation of God's love, and you say, well, the first thing you say is, well, how could that have happened to me if God was love? I've heard Sarai's testimony. That was her testimony sitting over here a year ago. That's where she battled. She said, how's it possible that this and this and this could have happened if God was loving me the whole time? That's where the obedience becomes really hard. That's where the believing. And there is that place of just coming under. Just saying, Lord, I don't understand how this and this and this and this happened. But as far as it's up to me, I believe you are love. I'm choosing the truth. And the more we choose the truth and the more we walk in it, the more God works it into our lives. And as the longer you go on this journey, the more secure these previous revelations become in our lives, the more deeply rooted they become in us. And we don't waver. I'm still on this staircase. We're all on here somewhere. And it's all a process. It's all a journey. Yeah, I promise you will see this played out in your life.
It's good.
That's why this is part of discipleship. Part of discipleship is to share with people who are on the journey the things to expect as they come so they won't catch you off guard. Because it caught me off guard that I grew in spiritual formation for 25 years and then I realized that I was an emotional pygmy. You know what a pygmy is? A small little thing. I was an emotional dwarf. I was not emotionally capable of knowing my heart and living from the heart and the authentic person that I am and knowing how to live vulnerable and open and real with people. I was busy protecting or controlling or hiding or, for me it was unique. It's different for you. We all have our little coping mechanisms that we do. We have our masks that we wear. You see? And that's all because we're emotionally wounded. You'll talk about that next week. What things went into that? Why? Because we're born as a fallen person into a fallen world among fallen people. So guess what? You're going to get hurt. You're going to get wounded. You're going to have emotional garbage. And knowing how to handle that. God's grace is sufficient in that as well. This is not the answer to that. This is a whole nother, but it helps a lot if you understand the process and you know how to engage God in the spiritual things. You can engage God in the emotional things. God's an emotional God. Do you know that? God made emotion. He is emotional. Our ability to emote and to have feelings is part of our being made in the image of God.